$200,000 worth of railroad materials to use in the rehab, and then the foundation has committed to $150,000 worth of equipment rental using our locomotives and our Bellis cars. So we have about $4.75 million worth of match. So that too makes the project that much stronger.
Have you approached Senator Heller and Congressman Lawrenceburg to get on board as well?
Absolutely. We're trying to get the entire Nevada congressional delegation to support this. It is a very political process, so the more we support we have from our congressional delegations to our state delegations to the county delegations, and then also different industries. When I went over to Eureka, I found out that the Eureka Hay Growers Association ships out about 500 carloads a year in hay, and it goes around the country. So, so we have the opportunity also not only to ship out the concentrate and the hay, but the mine uses 1 million gallons of diesel fuel a month. And so we would then be able to backhaul diesel fuel, mill balls, limestone, anything that industry needs in the community. So it's really a win-win all the way around the board.
Would this operation interfere with your tourism operation up and down the mine at all as far as scheduling goes?
No, we would just schedule our trains separately. I mean, this is what railroads have been doing for the past 150 years, so see absolutely no problems with that whatsoever.
He used to have, like before, for just church, he used to have the main line with maybe two days out of the, one day going, one day coming, and the big 4 days, and then the other trains would be scheduled, or motor car people, tourists coming in, would be scheduled in between the main lines.
Yeah.
And Assemblyman John Carpenter used to ride it into town to school.
Yes, he did.
He's old.
I think Mark did.
Yes, sir.
I think Mark did a great presentation with this, and only really showed the fertility. I heard a huge amount of great work. He did mention, and I thought was great, that they sought and found an experienced Tiger Grant writer to assist them on a short-term basis, and the foundation or the museum is paying for that.
Correct.
But they really brought everything to bear on this, although some portions of it may be a long shot, they're really doing everything right so far. I'm glad to support it.
We've been very fortunate. We did go out and hire a grant writer who has successfully written grants for railroad projects, and basically our project almost dovetails with what she has done in the past. So again, it's the stars are pretty much aligned.
And it doesn't cost us any money, the county.
No, it doesn't cost the county any money.
That's what I want on record.
I make a motion to go ahead and approve that the commission send a letter of support in regards to the Tiger Grant application submitted by the Nevada Northern Railway.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
I have a second.
And on that letter, I would like to have a line for each commissioner to sign.
Sign.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Correct.
I have a motion. A second. Question.
I have a question.
Sure.
Regarding the total application is about $100.
Correct. And this is what's so beautiful about this. This is round 5. The previous 4 rounds, we would have been limited to $10 million. But for some reason, USDOT said that there's no upper limit. So the project is about $20 million with the $4.75 million worth of match. We bring it down to somewhere around $16 million. So, in whatever funds we get, the big bottleneck is the Curry crossing. We can't get across the highway at Curry. So that is our prime thing. So if USDOT comes back to us and says, you have to cut this, what are you going to cut? We can make adjustments throughout the entire package, but it's the railroad crossings that we're going to focus in on.
Do they have an estimated timeline if once this is approved, this Tiger thing?
We're supposed to, no, not even, it's September of next year. So
Really?
it's like they have money burning a hole in their pocket. pocket. And so we're standing out there with our hands.
Good.
Yeah.
Mr. Leonard?
I'd like to also confirm, I met with a couple of Elko County commissioners, and they're totally enthused about this.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good.
And the other thing, I support it totally, but I think you better correct your history.
Uh-oh.
Paragraph 3 is incorrect.
Okay. What part is it?
The dates.
Well,
Oh, okay.
the transportation, just to make it wrong.
Oh, yes, yes, by all means.
I don't care what you get to grant, something like that.
Oh, no, we'll make sure it's
But
correct.
mine's closed at 79, and they all concentrate up until 81.
Correct, but BHP came back in 96.
They never did.
They never used the road.
They never-
Oh, yes, BHP did.
They did?
Yes, they did. They ran from, actually, it's 1996 to 1999. Yes, they ran their, oh, yes, BHP ran the concentrate out from 96 to 99. In fact, locomotive 204, the blue and yellow locomotive we have, that was one of the BHP locomotives.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yes,
I-
yes.
Maybe history was
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah, it,
I don't know that that's accurate.
yeah, that's,
Well, anyway, we'll
Yeah.
check into it.
We'll check into it, yes.
That's going offline here.
Yeah.
All right, I have a motion, a second. Question, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Very good, thank you.
thank you all very much. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Are you going to drive the Dallas cars or anything?
I've done that in the past, so it's dirty work.
I know. Discussion, action, possible approval of request submitted by Ely Volunteer Fire Department for the donation of a White Pine County surplus ambulance. This is what I wanted to see on the agenda. Okay. What ambulance are we giving, being asked for?
I'm assuming it's a 1995 Type 3 ambulance. that we-
What do you mean you're assuming?
Well, we have two. There's two 95 ambulances being surplus for the auction in September.
Oh. Mrs. Carson?
I do. I have a couple of questions. First off, I feel like that our new fire chief should have an opportunity to weigh in on it. And second, as George had commented earlier, and that was one of my notes in my packet here, is what about the needs of Ruth?
We have ambulances for Ruth. Right now, the state of Nevada will not license an ambulance for Ruth.
The
Because
state of Nevada will not
state
license.
EMS because of problems with out of service criteria in the past.
What is that? Why is that?
Every time they were inspected, they were very had feces from mice and stuff in them, and I think that was a problem. So they said no.
Is it possible though, until the new fire chief has a chance to really go through inventory and this, that, and the other, I would like to at least see this tabled and brought back if need be.
We have plenty of ambulances that we put ambulances in.
Well, for discussion purposes, I would like to make a motion to table, and then we can go from there and discuss. Is that appropriate?
Whatever.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to table this agenda item to a date uncertain for the, and then some seconds that we can discuss it.
I'll second that.
Okay, I'm moving that because we do have a couple items in the fire with the city. We are at the same time today asking them for consideration of a non-cost issue involving water and sewer. And I think
No, I tabled that item.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I think that they kind of go, they should best be considered simultaneously. I also have concerns about whether this property is titled to the county or to the fire district and whether it's appropriate for us to do it in this forum. And I also share Commissioner Carson's concern that given that there is no hard deadline on moving this ambulance, other than maybe the auction, that we ought to have our new fire chief get a chance to get a feel for all the equipment we have and have direct and knowledgeable input on it.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I just want to be sure that things have been thoroughly looked through and then
Sure.
go ahead and.
All right, so please. I have a motion, a second. Question, all in favor?
I have.
Aye.
Oh, okay, yes. You know, you guys, you don't have to wait till question. When I ask for discussion, you can tell me before I ask for the
Well,
question.
I'd like to only say that if in the event that we do have a surplus ambulance, that'd be consider to be.
This has been a Georgetown Media production. George Chatchis reporting. The preceding program was sponsored by The Greek, Ely's Radio Shack dealer, at 570 Altman in downtown Ely, and brought to you as a public service by Ely TV, Channel 3-2 in Ely, Nevada. Local news telecasts can be seen Monday through Friday at 12:30 and 6:30 p.m. on this station.